Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this edition of Bearcat Chats. It's a pleasure to be joined by two members of the Student Wellbeing Committee, Megan Fye and Liam Lane. Megan and Liam, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And Liam, let's start with you. You guys really spearheaded this campaign. Tell me how it all got going.
Yeah, so we were approached by a couple of administrators in the university, and Cindy Cowden actually kind of led the initiative too in the work group. And we had a couple different tasks, and one of those was the social norm campaign for mask wearing and other health precautions too. And really our main focus was to educate and engage and come with some sort of approach that's effective for this campaign to kind of make it spread throughout the university come the fall.
And Megan, you know, when I hear social norms, sometimes that word carries a negative connotation. In this case, it's really good, and the idea is not to be ostracized for wearing a mask. Can you elaborate on that?
With the social norming campaign, we're really just trying to create a safe space for everyone because I know a lot of people just want to get back to normalcy and just not have to deal with a pandemic. So one of our main goals was to just start the year off in the safest possible way, wearing masks, keeping everyone safe, and just making this whole situation normal so that we can return back to what it was like before the pandemic.
And Liam, we talked about this when we spoke a few days ago. The idea is it's less about conformity, but that you are helping the greater Binghamton student population. You're helping everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone plays a part in helping us out. We're all coming back to the same place too, no matter where we are coming from also. And it's really important that everyone works together as well to kind of get us back to normal, like Megan was saying. I mean, people who were here in the spring knew how difficult and how stressful it was to kind of pack up everything and either leave the university or shift to an online platform too. And really the goal of this campaign too, in addition to mask wearing, is also being in touch with yourself and making sure you're staying healthy too, so that you don't possibly spread anything else to your peers or anyone else at the university. So it was really important to kind of emphasize that fact also in that campaign, but also to get everyone else too to realize that we don't want something to happen like last spring happen this fall. And that's what our hope is, to all this targeted media and all this other targeted approaches too in this enforcement.
And Liam, you're a graduate student. Megan, you're entering your senior year, and you know that spring of senior year is a special time. The class of 2020 will always be remembered for their resilience and adaptability, but you certainly don't want to replicate that.
No, I'm really hoping that spring semester, it's how I always planned it to be, just being able to hang out with friends. So I'm really hoping that this fall we can all be responsible and work together so that it ends sooner.
I want to pivot to another part of the campaign. I think it's really all hand in hand, this idea of social distancing, but not becoming isolated. And, you know, there may be students that go into quarantine. Liam, what have you guys thought up about in terms of making sure that folks don't feel left out?
Yeah, so there's kind of two parts to that question. In terms of people who are not in quarantine or isolation, the rest of the student body, we've created a lot of mental health resources. Also, we've done a review of what the university is offering as well. We've also created a couple new programs too. So one of those is the opt-in, opt-out network, and we're trying to connect students with other students of similar interests or other faculty or staff members as well, and kind of creating this virtual space to come together and on a common interest maybe, or another initiative as well. And we're hoping that will be effective. And then among other initiatives also. And then on the flip side is that for students in quarantine or isolation also, we've created these these baskets, if you will, of different activities and different programs that they can use while they are in quarantine and isolation that will help support them as well through that time.
And Megan, you're nodding your head. You know, we're all empathetic to those that may have to be in quarantine for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Well, there's also another aspect to that obviously we have no control over, but social media blew up when the pandemic hit. That's kind of how people got in touch with each other. It's my hope that people are still staying in contact with their friends, because I know how lonely it can get, and it really does take a toll on your mental health. So we tried to think of like every avenue possible, and tried to like fill in all the gaps just to make sure that like students are getting the support and like the connections that they need, just because like social connections with other humans are so important, and they play such a important factor in how well you do academically.
Sure, sure. And, you know, we talked about the campaign, but also the posters, which are catchy and fun and, you know, spread Bearcat spirit, not coronavirus. And, you know, even the your mask protects me, my mask protects you, it creates a sense of community.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that kind of hints back to the social norming also, is that everyone has to think this way. So a lot of the data that we looked at when we were coming up with this was the overwhelming majority of some students and some faculty members on university campuses were saying like, yes, like I will not go out, or I will not engage in things that are like considered risky behaviors, if you will, for disease transmission, but I will wear a mask too. So even seeing that, if people are realizing that, hey, other people are doing this too, like let me join in and like let me really be part of the group too to help kind of stomp this out and get us back on track to normal too.
Megan, what are you hearing from your friends, your classmates? What's their mindset as, you know, these things start to get rolled out?
With all of these rollouts and covering as many holes and gaps in a normal semester as possible, like it's at least putting their mind at ease that we're thinking of everything. So while everyone is on their toes, the programs that we're creating are at least putting their mind at ease in some ways. So it's a little bit of both, but when we get back to campus, that's when we'll really know how everyone feels.
I think the biggest thing as well is we have to be fluid, right? You know, things are going to evolve. We're used to, you think of a semester, right? And a professor handing out a syllabus, and you know what's going to happen in week, you know, 13. In this case, I'm sure your committee is going to be meeting and constantly adjusting with certain guidelines and certain things that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all flexible. No one knows what's going to happen, and that just requires everyone else to be flexible too. Is that no one has the answers. Like everyone's working on it together, and we're trying to figure out the answers for the situation that we're in now, and that is ever evolving too.
In our final moments, Megan, what's your final message to the student body as a whole?
That's a great question. Maybe just think about your neighbors, like we're all in this together. So just wear a mask, just be courteous. Like this isn't going to get better if we don't work together, as Liam was saying earlier. But just be cautious, but be courteous. That's my big message.
What about you, Liam?
Definitely be smart and be courteous too, like Megan was saying. To reiterate what I said earlier, like everyone who was here in the spring semester knows how difficult it was to pack everything up and leave Binghamton and move to a virtual format too. No one would want that to happen in the fall. So it's really going to be on everyone to really push us forward and really promote those healthy habits too, and just making sure we're keeping everyone safe.
Well, Megan, Liam, you both are doing a great job in promoting this cause and getting the message out. I think we have faith that the Bearcats community will do the right thing and heed your advice. Thanks so much for taking the time to be with me.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.